My name is Peter Moore. I'm the Assistant Manager of the Community Redevelopment Agency for the City of Winter Park. We do a lot of work with economic development in the city, looking at what is our tax base composed of, where do revenues for the city come from, and then analyzing and forecasting how those might change in the future given the cost of doing business versus various things that we're facing at the state level regarding caps on how we can influence revenues here at the city. One of the many things that are discussed is that this is a bedroom community. That Winter Park, its tax base is 78% residential properties. With a population of about 28,000, we currently estimate, based on a study done by Claritas for 2007, that about 55,000 employees work in Winter Park. So even though we have a tax base that's predominantly residential, we are a business destination during the day. So we, in the classic sense of the word, are not a bedroom community. This, of course, has a lot of other effects. We talk about traffic a lot. We talk about parking a lot. And this is because you have this mass migration of folks that desire to work here in Winter Park, which has some of the nicest commercial areas, and Winter Park's got a wonderful brand name. These folks, of course, are going to have an impact on life for residents here and life for commercial businesses here. The difficulty with the predominantly residential tax base is that it's very susceptible to changes at the state level from the legislature. As you know, if you have a homestead, if that's your primary residence, the taxable increase is set at 3% a year. There's been a lot of changes recently. There's been a rollback. There's a new Amendment 1 that passed, which has included some new exemptions. And whether or not you agree or disagree with the changes being made, these do place restrictions on the ability of a local government to change its tax rate. There's an organization that every year publishes something called the Municipal Cost Index. And this says that across the nation, municipalities experience about a 5% increase in the cost of doing business. This means from benefits to fleet maintenance to inputs for doing road construction. All of these are factored together, and basically if your revenues aren't increasing at the same level, regardless of what level you cut your budget to, eventually your expenses will outpace your revenues if your revenues are capped. Because of recent legislation being proposed that could cap the increase to our tax base at CPI plus some sort of population growth rate, it is conceivable that Winter Park could be in a situation where we are forced to bring services down to a lowest common denominator. And one of the things that really sets Winter Park apart is its tremendous focus on quality services. Code enforcement in Winter Park is superior, police is superior, fire is superior. Access to employees here and questions by the community, they get a very quick response. Those things might have to change. And you might end up with, and this would be for the entire state of Florida, pretty much a very cookie-cutter type of group of municipalities where, because residents' choice in what they want to pay for taxes and receive in services is now limited by the state, we're going to lose our ability to differentiate ourselves as a very high-quality town.